A bullet on the head, a bullet on the leg marked the last breath of Barack Otieno Oduor. Death is a bad reaper, not always after the ripe fruits. But even if death is a bad reaper that is not always after the ripe fruit, we have to ask some questions concerning Barack Otieno Oduor, who was in ahead of Ida's tour of burying Raila Amolo Odinga'S cousin in Kisumu. The first question that I would like to ask: how is a drunkard trusted with the firearms? How? Because when you look at this man was on a drinking spree, and the report on the ground indicates that he is a common person in Kisumu. How is a drunkard expected to protect important VIP people? How? How is a drunkard expected to give protection to such people? Because you know this man was on an advance party that was to receive Ida at Kisumu airport. Na kusema kweli yeye alikuwa ameenda kule siku ya Alhamisi. Now the question that begs, because this man was drinking as late as 3 a.m. with his friend, another gentleman and a woman. Swali ambalo tunajiuliza, ilikuwaje mpaka katika hali kama hii, ile hali alikuwa ampokee mtu mashuhuri, na akiangalia vile hali ya usalama ilivyokuwa pale. And why is a policeman allowed to drink while armed? That is a question that maybe only the incoming CS can answer, because it's a difficult question when we have policemen armed in bars, drinking, making merry, and in the company of women. It is very, very dangerous. This is a trend that is very, very common in Kenya. What we have is the burial was scheduled for today. It was scheduled to be today in Kisumu. We are told that Barack arrived in Kisumu on Thursday evening, ready to receive Ida today. And what we have is that Ida was actually to depart, I think, from Nairobi. And maybe in the morning, she was alive. I don't know whether it's in the morning or the evening, but the fact is she was alive in Kisumu that day, and for sure she did alive. And what we have realized that Barack is part of Ida's security details, and is one of the most trusted guy. And the man is hawk-eyed. That is what we are learning. The man is usually very, very keen when it comes to security. But what we are asking is that, the burial of Ajuma, that is Raila's cousin, it has brought a lot of suffering. In fact, this is what we call untimely death. Somebody who is young, dying before his time. It is not a natural or death. And what you can say is that this man is said to have been in a company of another guy, I think Kajwang, a lady. And they drank all the way. They drank themselves silly, moving from one club to the other. This is what we call clubbing. And what we can say is that actually drinking up to 3 a.m., especially when you are entrusted with the security of a VIP, or when you have an important activity, then it tells that you are negligent of something. Ni mtu ambaye unaweza kusema kwamba ni mtu ambaye anapuuza majukumu, mwana mapuuza majukumu, kwa sababu haifai mtu kujipata katika hali hii. And it is said that Marion Ouma, who was actually the lady in the company, is the same person who I think reported the shooting at the police station in 3:30 a.m. Actually, this was in the morning. Na kile ambacho kinasemekana ni kwamba the shooting occurred at Victoria Gardens Estate, where this lady lives. And it was shocking that here, when they were here, a man from nowhere by the name Collins Okudi appeared and a scuffle ensued, and there was a fight, a very serious fight. Na kile ambacho kitokea ni kwamba Okudi, who is actually the manager of the said club, was able to overpower the policeman, and he took over the akamnyang'anya buduki. I don't know whether it was a pistol, I don't know the kind of firearm that Barak had. And the funny thing, when Odor was disarmed, kile ambacho kilitokea ni kwamba he was shot, and within no time the policeman was dead with a head shot and leg injury. And Kajwang was also said to have been shot on the leg, and he was rushed to Aga Khan Hospital, where he said that it is being said that the man is in stable condition, recuperating very well. But the suspect, the funny thing is that he ran away with the firearm. And Kenyans are asking hard questions. Because you see, what you see that this love triangle, where Barak was just the victim. Barak was just the victim because he had accompanied his friend. Lakini swali, that's Kajwang. Lakini swali ambalo tunajiuliza, who is this Collins, this manager of this club, who was so daring that he could attack a policeman and disarm him? This is a dangerous murderer. This is somebody who is so daring. And when you see two men being overpowered by one man, it shows a man who was determined to finish these people. Because you see, both of them were shot. And it's by sheer luck ambapo tunaweza kusema kwamba Kajwang kaponea chupu chupu, kwa sababu yeye ndiye alikuwa analegwa. Na kile ambacho tunasema ni kwamba huyu mtu ambaye anaweza kuwanyang'anya zana za vita, hatujui ni gani, kama ni pistol, or whether they are guns, or what they are. But you see, this man is so daring. He could even dare to run away with a firearm, maybe to conceal the scene of crime so that he's not identified, maybe through fingerprints. But for sure, this is a very dangerous person, and no effort should be spared to arrest this dangerous criminal. No effort should be spared for that matter to arrest such a dangerous murderer. Because left on his own, I'm sure he can kill many policemen and women. This is a man who doesn't care. And I think even this lady who reported, I think he has to be very careful. She needs a lot of protection. Because huyu katili jabazi ni mtu ambaye anaweza kumaliza wakati wowote. Na what I know is that this country is not short of very, very intelligent or investigators. In fact, if these guys, that's the policemen, the DCI, wakiamua kufanya kazi, wakiamua kumtafuta, I'm telling you, atashikwa kama konokono. Atashikwa, you'll be arrested like a grasshopper. Kwa sababu kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba tena ukiangalia, this is a strong person. A person who can actually overpower two strong men, one of them being a policeman. It tells you that this man, maybe, I don't know whether he's a policeman, because he knows even how to shoot. He knows how to use the gun. Out of ease. He knows where to handle the gun, how to handle the gun. So hivyo ni maswali ambayo tunajiuliza, kwa sababu hii ni hali ambayo inaonyesha vile ambavyo watu wengi wanapoteza maisha yao. They die out of nothing. And again, when I hear Ida Odinga being mentioned here, because you see, by the fact that this was a bodyguard for Ida Odinga, it begs some questions. Why Ida Odinga? Why? Again, although this is actually a murder case, unajua wakati ambapo watu mashuhuri kama hawa wanatajwa, kwa sababu huu ni bibi yake Raila Amolo Odinga, former prime minister, and currently the opposition doyen. And you see, this is the person who is leading the blue state. Wakati unaona jambo kama hili likitokea, hatuna budi kujiuliza maswali nyeti. Maswali ambayo in fact I think this is something that need to be checked, because kile ambacho tunaweza kusema hapa ni kwamba there is laxity somewhere. kwa sababu wale ambao watu wanawalida watu mashuhuri kama hawa ni watu ambao wanafaa kuchunguzwa upya. Like now, Barack, it could have been known that this man is a social animal, somebody who was over drinking, and there's nothing wrong with drinking, but this the problem of over drinking, of indulgences, because this is what we are seeing with this man. Because if for sure he took his duties seriously, if for sure alichukua kazi yake kwa njia ambayo inafaa, hakukuwa na haja ya kunywa pombe mpaka asubuhi, kwa sababu tunaona kulingana na vile ripoti ilipigwa katika kituo cha polisi, it is very clearly that this man died between 3 and 3:30 a.m. and it is said that he had spent almost the whole day drinking. Ni swali ambalo tunaweza kujiuliza. Na tena wale maafisa ambao wanachunguza hawa watu, kwa mfano wale watu ambao wanachuga Raila Amolo Odinga, wale watu ambao wanachuga watu mashuhuri, wale watu wanachuga Uhuru Kenyatta na wengine, ni watu ambao unafaa kupigwa msasa. Sio tu kuamka asubuhi moja na kuangalia mtu akionekana kwamba analegea kazini, inafaa odolewe na kuweka watu ambao wanachukulia majukumu yao katika kile kiwango ambacho kinastahili. Because what we have is that we can also say they are risking the life of these important people. Because when this man is going to receive Ida Odinga, when he was going to receive her at Kisumu airport, the man was drunk. The man was completely drunk. Then I think it was not even safe. It was for Ida Odinga. Na ndio sababu unaona kwamba I think if Barack was not drunk, this gentleman could not have, that is Collins could not have overpowered him, because most likely Collins was sober and he knew that this man was totally drunk. You know, a drunkard person is usually very weak. Anaweza hata kuangushwa na kitu ambacho anaweza kuangushwa hata na upepo, kwa sababu unaona anaregarega, because staggering all over, he cannot be able to walk properly. And this is how he lost the gun, he lost his life, and he lost his family, which is very, very, very sad. To the wife and the children who are left, to the parents, the brothers and the sisters, and where he comes from, the Kisumu people, tunaweza kuambia tu makiwa pole, na may God rest the soul of Barack in eternal peace. So let us say a short prayer for this person, and let us say rest in peace. Just like that in this video, Barack, or may you rest in peace. Something like that. Control this family through this channel, because he's one of us and we love him very much, and there's nothing we can do other than now accept what has happened. This is coming the tallest man in Black Africa. If you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly take a minute and subscribe, and may you have a lovely Sabbath. Bye bye.